Are you planning to buy a home in Central Florida? There are some pretty critical secrets that your real estate agent might not be telling you. Stick around because today I'm going to dive deep into what you really need to know to secure the absolute best deal possible when you're buying a home here in Central Florida. My name is Ben Danholm. I am a local real estate broker specializing in lifestyle and luxury residential properties in this area. I've been doing that for quite a few years. Now I have many years of hands-on experience navigating this pretty unique and rather dynamic market here in Central Florida, and I've helped countless home buyers avoid common mistakes and secure some pretty amazing deals along the way. Latest one I can mention, just to put things in perspective, that home buyer saved probably a little more than $100,000 thanks to me. I mean, the seller was asking for more than asking, but we got it below, and we got it below asking by about $100,000. So pretty good saving, and that's not the only one. So when I say that I'm going to tell you what you can do as a home buyer here in Central Florida, it's because I know what I'm doing and I've been doing it quite a while. So today you're going to learn some insider secrets, you could say, that many agents would definitely prefer not to disclose openly, and maybe not even if you ask about it. So let's kick things off a little bit by addressing something that might feel uncomfortable both for you and your agent, but it's still pretty important. Because even though we had this massive change of the whole real estate market last year in 2024, there are still agents out there who may prioritize quick sales over securing you the best possible deal. And why does this happen? Well, because we as real estate agents are typically earning our money through commissions, which are still usually paid by the seller at the closing table. So because of this commission-based structure, and because of a lot of agents still rely on the seller to pay that commission, and if I can put a little side note in here, actually, you're much better off as a buyer if you can afford to pay your own agent directly, because that way he or she is mentally more likely to be working for you. I'm not saying that people deliberately don't work for you, but they mentally, when you get, it is much easier to attach yourself to somebody who's actually paying you rather than relying on somebody else paying for you. And because of this commission structure, an agent might still be incentivized to close the deal swiftly rather than negotiate the better price or more favorable terms for you. And of course, this doesn't necessarily mean that all agents do that. There's a lot of good agents out there, but it's something that you need to be aware of. So to protect yourself, you should directly ask your agents questions like, how exactly is your commission structures? And are there any conflicts of interest I should be aware of? Would I be better? And this might not be the easiest question to ask if you're buying a service, which you effectively are when you're working with a buyer's agent or any other real estate agent. But would I be better off by paying you the whole commission myself? And then maybe negotiate that the seller covers me rather than the seller covers you directly. But no matter how you do it, transparency and clear communication can make all the difference in this instance. Also, next, let's talk about off-market listings. Something that a lot of buyers, I still talk to a lot of buyers who think that their only option is to buy something that's listed on the market. Many of the most exceptional homes here in Central Florida never actually appear online or in the MLS before they're sold. A lot of agents prefer to sell these properties privately, and you can actually also get direct access. If you have a good agent, that agent can get you direct access to off-market listings. And before my colleagues out there, if they're watching this, are going to bite my head off and talk about pocket listings and any other things that are not allowed in the MLS system, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about agents who are able to procure listings specifically for you and really more or less work it like it's a for sale by owner, basically. So they are truly working in your interest, not in the seller's interest. And a lot of sellers prefer that approach if they're thinking about selling. A good agent can definitely find you some pretty amazing deals and some pretty amazing terms if you go to off-market properties. So that's definitely something you should talk to your agent about. So if you're not at least considering this, you might be missing out on the best possible deal and maybe even the dream home you didn't even know existed. So you should explicitly ask your agent about how he or she can help you get access to off-market properties. And this is particularly something that's very useful in some of the more sought after areas like Windermere, Winter Park, Celebration, or Dr. Phillips, where good properties go fast. And if you can get in there before they even hit the market, that is a huge advantage. So being a little bit proactive here could open up some options and some opportunities that you didn't even know existed. Another thing that a lot of agents don't really want to talk about is negotiating strategies. Uh, a lot of buyers think that they should always put in a really low ball offer so we can negotiate in between. That's not necessarily how you get the best possible deal. You could end up losing the home, and it's not always about the price. It's a real estate deal is about a lot more than just money. Obviously, money is a big part of it, but this you should be able to negotiate almost every aspect of the transaction, including the right price, any seller concessions that might be reasonable, repair credits, and closing costs. Everything is negotiable, and your agent needs to be somebody who can actually negotiate that for you so you can get the best possible deal. But some agents might shy a little bit away from complex negotiations to close deals more quickly because they are waiting for that commission check. So always insist on a detailed discussion with your agent about negotiation tactics so you know what the tax is going to be before you place an offer, and discuss how you're going to get into this specific property, how you're going to maybe craft your offer so it is still palatable for the seller but gives you the best possible terms. So make sure you clearly understand how your agent plans to represent you in the negotiation. And if you do that, that can significantly impact how your final terms and your price will be in the end. Another thing you should be aware of when you're buying a property here in Central Florida, or anywhere else for that matter, is that not all neighborhoods are created equally. Some agents might not talk about significant issues such as HOA restrictions, may not get you the right paperwork so you know exactly where you're standing, what the HOA rules and regulations are. You need to be aware of flood zones. I know you can read this in the listing, but maybe a little bit of research on your agent's behalf can go a long way. You should be aware of upcoming developments that might change the landscape of the neighborhood. So some areas like Kissimmee and Winter Garden have some pretty unique regulations regarding short-term rentals, and there are also lots of new construction going up that could radically and dramatically change the landscape around where you're living. So you need to sort of have somebody who can help you figure out what future plans are for the area. So make sure that you or your agent knows about future city plans, upcoming community developments, and upcoming assessments, if any. That's a crucial question to ask. So being well informed, that helps you make smarter and more confident decisions when you're buying in a neighborhood. There's also some myths surrounding home inspections that we need to take care of now that we're at this subject of buying a home. Some agents might minimize the importance of a detailed home inspection because that can complicate or delay the sales process, or even maybe make the sale fall apart. But no matter what you're buying, whether you're buying new construction, something from the 1920s, something from the 1960s, or something from the 80s or 70s, no matter how old your home is, or no matter how well renovated it is, you should always have a home inspection. And as a buyer, it's your absolute right and it's your responsibility to yourself to make sure that you understand your home's condition. I would always recommend having a home inspection done, even if you're buying a brand new home. And you would be surprised how much can come up in a home inspection on a new home. So it's important that you hire an independent and and highly recommend an inspector. And make sure that you read their report carefully and ask questions to the inspector if there's something you don't understand and you're not quite sure about, and never ever hesitate to negotiate any necessary repairs or request some financial credits or whatever you can do to help pay for the necessary repairs that came up in that home inspection. This is a step that can really help protect your long-term investment and peace of mind for that matter. Also, let's talk a little bit about financing options. Many agents don't know about or fail to mention local lending programs or opportunities like assumable mortgages, especially in this day and age where a lot of homeowners still are sitting on really, really low rate interest rate mortgages. And some of them are actually assumable. So you might be able to assume a 2, 3, 4% mortgage for at least part of your purchase price. And it is possible in most cases to get a second mortgage to make up from the gap. So you don't even have to come up with a huge down payment to assume a mortgage in all cases. So it's definitely worth something you should talk to your agent about. Obviously, your agent cannot advise you on mortgage issues, but they can definitely help point you towards some resources that can help you better understand if there's a possibility to assume a mortgage in this particular home you're looking at. And that could save you a substantial amount of money. Also, especially if you're a first-time homeowner in Central Florida, we have a lot of really, really valuable programs that are tailored specifically to first-time home buyers, veterans, and if you're buying in rural areas, there are obviously the FHA loan, the VA loan, and the USDA loan, but there are also some local city-funded programs that can help with down payments. So if you're a first-time home buyer, make sure that you research these things and talk to your agent about maybe pointing you in the direction of a good mortgage lender that can help you understand what your options are, because sometimes some of these programs are really good and they can help you save a lot of money. So researching these financial options independently and maybe talk to a couple of lenders about that can really help position you very well, and also dramatically enhance your buying power when you're looking at a new home here in Central Florida. So today I've been talking about some things that you might not hear from every single agent out there. So if you don't hear from them automatically, if they don't bring it up, make sure you ask the right questions. I'm not asking you to change your agent. Your agent is most likely very good at what they do, but make sure you ask the right questions so you can get the advice that you need. Because remember that informed, proactive, and assertive buyers, they always consider the best. They always and consistently secure the best deals. And like with everything else in life, never settle for less than you deserve. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future insights and tips on the Central Florida real estate scene. And if you need some personalized advice, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can just put a comment below and I'll reach out to you, or you can send me an email. My contact information is always in the description of my videos. So my phone number, which is 407-288-0704. That's 407-288-0704. That's my direct cell. You can always reach me on that one. And if you missed that here and you don't want to rewind the video, just look in the description. It's all there. So please reach out directly if you have any questions or you want to have any help with buying a home here in Central Florida, whether it's advice or actually directly me helping you. I hope you found this video useful, as I said, and I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey, it's Bent Danholm, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you'll never see me again. I consistently create helpful content for those who are currently in the real estate market. This information can be extremely helpful for your buying and selling needs, so be sure you like and subscribe here. And most importantly, leave a comment to let us know if this video was helpful for you. We're here to help the Central Florida community, and we always love your thoughts and questions. Follow now, and I'll see you with our next helpful video.